AI personal trainer in your pocket, would you have it? In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this kind of AI fitness training app that you can track your workouts, each rep, each set, and it even tells you the stats. It even tells you how many sets you did last week, how it develops, and which muscle groups to do the most. Is it legs or is it chest or something else? You can chat with it, AI personal trainer. Could you summarize my last workout?
All right, let's break down your last workout. You hit a mix of muscle groups. You started with the leg press machine. 3 sets, ramping up from 50 kilograms to 100 kilograms for 12 reps. Then a good pull, machine row at 55 to 64 kilograms for 3 sets. You finished strong with bodyweight tricep dips and standing calf raises at 25 kilograms. Overall, a full body session with a bit of a focus on legs and upper body pulls.
So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to find a name for this app. So the first thing is that I wanted to create this app only because I need it for myself first, and then of course I want to share it with the world. And now you're seeing on the screen that I'm trying to brainstorm names, and then I'm also Googling at the same time, is there an app like that already available? Rep Republic, Rep Notes, and all kinds of apps. So there's actually not that many options left, so I'm just brainstorming here like what the app name could be. And this is an important part, but this is not the most important part in app development. You can come up with the name later and you can brand it later, but you just need to start to create the app and start developing the app. So rep notes was taken, and then hypnotize, no, that's also taken, that's also not available. But then I did find the name, and my name that I found was Repryze. That was something that I came up with later. And before starting to develop the app, I went with rep recorder, I mean. So rep recorder is the first version of my app name. And then after that, when the app was finalized, developed, then I started to think of like even more catchy names, even more names that could be like brand focused. Like you can build the brand on these names. You can't really build brand on rep recorder. So then I came up with Repryze. I opened ChatGPT. I want a perfect prompt for my perfect AI fitness coach app, and I just write down the prompt here. If you want this prompt, let me know. I will send it. I will comment it in YouTube. So just comment AI fitness coach and I'll send you this prompt. I want to create an app where users can record what exercises, sets, reps, and weights they're doing. By using OpenAI's Whisper, I want to have real-time voice-to-voice chats in this app. That's the most important thing. Also, the rep tracking is important, and of course the stats, but this is the extra thing that no app currently has. So OpenAI Whisper to transcribe the reps, and then of course also that you can start to talk with the coach. And the first use case here was to use it for transcription. Users can also check their previous workouts in stats tabs. The UI should be very easy to use and visually appealing to gym enthusiasts. Here I copy the whole prompt, I go to Lovable, I add it to Lovable, and then I ask Lovable to build it. So this is the thing now. It's building my app. This is the first version. Let's see what kind of version it has cooking up. And this is the first version of the app. You see, you have it's a pretty decent workout. It's pretty decent UI. You can add your workouts, then you have also workout history, and then you have stats, and then you have the settings. So I like this tab organization here. Of course, this doesn't work yet. This is just the UI, and we need to ask Lovable to continue with the development so that we can get all of this stuff working. At some point it started to change the whole UI. I don't like these colors. I asked it to create slightly better UI, more visually appealing gradient colors, but these gradient colors don't suit. So I then asked it to revert. With Lovable, it's really easy to just revert if you don't like the outcome. I should definitely ask it to continue with the app development, but I want everything to be perfect before I continue. And then I just ask Lovable what steps are needed. Then Lovable creates this sequence, and all the steps, and then just implement the plan. So this is good to ask for the status and ask what else is yet to be done. So the steps here are that first you create the complete UI, and then after that you connect to Superbase so that Lovable can create based on your prompts and based on your functionality requests. It can create all the necessary tables. When that's done, normally what I do is that I connect to a authentication system. So I for authentication login page, and almost always I add Google because Google is the most important one here. Before moving to the other ones, I actually don't need Apple login and other ones. So Google and the traditional login has been my go-to for OAuth authentication. And when that's done, you now have a functional app. Of course, there might be some changes you need to debug, you need to test. For example, here I'm now recording the reps and the transcription here, bench press, one set, 50 kilos. Recording failed, so there's still an edge function error. I'm trying to fix it now, and the error basically was that it doesn't send it to the correct OpenAI, but it doesn't send it to database to save. And the same thing with the AI fitness. So you send a message and it shows you an edge function error. So I'm fixing these errors currently. So I got this AI fitness coach fixed. How much body fat here, image attached, even the image works, and then it tells you that, okay, yeah, I can't kind of evaluate the body fat percentage. It still tells you like what levels you are based on the image. So that's really good. And the main purpose for this is that if you don't know any exercise name, then you can just take a picture and it tells you what exercise name that you can then log it faster. And also ask like how many macros there are in this food. So that's really, really good, also really helpful. So here is the macronutrients breakdown of a specific image. You take an image of food. I think there's some apps for this too, but you just need to randomly ask like, hey, how many calories in this? Is it healthy or not? You can just take a picture for this AI fitness recorder. It will tell you the complete macros. How much did I shoulder press last time? It looks like shoulder press isn't listed in your recent workout history. So now it can check your database. It can check all your workout history. And this is a really big development that I made here in this app. And this was a must develop item because I know that in other fitness apps, they don't have this functionality. And the next step now is to have this voice mode here. So you can talk directly to some AI, and then they're gonna tell you your workout history and how to improve it and what your progress has been overall. Do you do legs? Do you skip legs? How much legs do you actually need to do? Or is there any other muscle part that you need to work out more? Or is it like full body, or is it like upper lower? Please analyze my workout and also at the same time give me improvement points.
Right, let's think this through. Your workouts have a bit of a full body pattern, or at least upper lower combined. You're mixing legs, like that leg press machine and calf raises, with upper body moves, rowing, flies, curls, dips. You're not strictly on a bro split. Those usually isolate each muscle group per day. And it's not a clear upper lower rotation either, since you're combining them. Improvement points? You could add a bit more structure, like dedicating a session purely to lower body and another to upper, or even a push-pull leg split for more muscle focus. Also, tracking progressive overload, gradually increasing weights, will help you gain muscle more effectively.
So this is the homepage of my app. I asked Lovable to create the homepage, and that's basically the next step in the app development here. And the homepage is actually really good. I did have to make a couple of changes. I came up with this slogan here. It's really good that you have a slogan that is understandable by your target audience. It's not too fluffy, you know, it goes straight to the point. And then you also have like, hey, what are you signing up for? So effortlessly track your workouts with voice commands and camera recognition. You can take a picture of the machine and then it tells you, it writes it down, and then you can just tell like how many sets, reps, and how much weight. If you have the weight also in the image, then it also identifies that, hey, okay, this is this machine and this is how much weight there is. So that's really, really novel. No app currently does that. So there's a lot of new things going on with this app. So I think this homepage is really good. There's reviews, and then I also added Stripe payments here and the FAQs. So how I see app development, any app, and this is a web app. So one thing related to that is that why I went with a web app is because it's easier to develop, and then you don't have to go with approval processes in App Store, Apple App Store, and Google Play Store. Google Play Store is easier, but anyways, I don't recommend going with a Google Play Store yet. Web app is really good. Maybe at some point would go with a App Store, because that's just where people go to find apps, and Apple users are users that are willing to pay for apps. So that's definitely another development point for the future. But let's see, the actual steps for app development is, of course, the concept and who is it for, and then the name and brand and stuff like that. That's really important. The next important thing is that you get a perfect prompt from ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, then you input it to Lovable or any other no-code app, or you can start coding the app yourself if you're fluent in coding. You can use Cursor or Windsurf or whatever. Replit is really good too if you are fluent in coding. But if you're not technical at all, or you can be technical but you don't know how to code that much, you just probably understand code, then go with Lovable. There's also Bolt New, but I use Lovable for this. You have the basic web app, you start building the web app, and then after that, when you have the web app, you have the UI, you continue development, you connect to Superbase backend. Lovable is now probably also building its own backend, but Superbase works perfectly. Superbase, just connect it to Superbase and create a project, and then you create the tables necessary needed, edge functions needed. You store the API keys, all of the secret keys in back end. This is really important too, not in front end, in back end, because then if someone gets those keys, they can use it. That's a security risk, and you don't want to pay for usage of when someone else has used your security keys. And the step after that is authentication. So authentication here, sign in, sign up. I like to continue with Google too, and I like to then add this one here, and then now we've signed in, and the next step is just to test your app, and then create the home page, create the pricing, but the pricing isn't necessary. You can go with acquiring users first too, if you want to just get to know like what your users like and want to develop the app further. But that's the next step, that you start then connecting to a Stripe payment, and you create products out of this. So my products currently are really cheap. That's why, because it's really cheap because I'm in starting phase. I'm just looking for users, and I want to ask the users like what they think about the app, and just get their feedback and develop further. Another thing is, like in Europe and America, wherever, you know, there's different GDPR, CCPAs and stuff like that, then also you ask Lovable to create this cookie banner where you which is GDPR compliant, CCPA compliant. So we have the workout. Let's tap to record an exercise. Shoulder barbell press, 12 reps, 3 sets, 50 kilos. There you go. Add the 3 sets to your session. Barbell shoulder press. Boom. Nice. Barbell curl, 1 set, 12 reps, 25 kilos. There you go, barbell curl. Now there's 1 set, because next time you want to lift up more, you can either transcribe it again, or then you can just copy this here, add 30 kilos here, and then you got it. And then copy again, then maybe this one you lifted a bit more, then you maybe did one more rep, well actually one less rep if you lifted more, and there you go. Then there's the barbell curl. And okay, let's see, what if you're like, hey, I don't want to, start logging with my voice in gym, I don't want other people to hear me. And I'm like, okay, well, why not? Just do it. Just do it. But you might have your reasons not to, log with your voice. Then what you can do is that you can either write it down here, the name of the exercise, or then you can just snap a photo of the machine, or of the exercise that you're doing. Of course, if there's just dumbbells on the ground, it's really hard for the AI to know like what exercise that is. But if you have kind of like a machine, let's say we have an image here, so let's try this. Can it identify this? So we have this machine. Let's say you're in the gym and then you just want to snap a picture of this machine. I don't know if the weights were selected here. So lat pull down, the weights first selected 45.4 kilos. Please enter reps. So you have 12 reps and 3 sets, and that's it. And then it saves it for you. Boom, there you go, you got it. You just snap the picture and then you got it, and then you finish the workout. Boom, here you go, workout completed. I don't know what I'm referring to, but let's see what the AI tells. So the AI is thinking. I've connected this to an LLM, and so the query and the conversation history is sent to the LLM. So it's not just like you start a completely new conversation. It knows what you have asked before. It also has access to your workout history, all the workouts that you have added to the app, and then it also has your preferences. So I have this preference model, like you tell your age, height, and weight, and then the most important thing is that you tell your goals. So do you want to lose weight, build muscle, do both of them, just lose weight, stuff like that. So preacher curl, also called bench curl. So now I can use this to track. And then it gives you form cues: chest and upper arms pressed on the pad, elbows fixed on the pad, pause and squeeze at the top, slow eccentric. So then I can just tell it like, summarize my last workout. So then I'm gonna ask it to summarize my last workout, summarize my last week in workouts, compare it to previous week. So I was a bit fluish last week. I went to the gym probably like 3 times, and I didn't lift as much weight as the previous week. And that's because I had a bit of a flu. So of course I didn't have that much energy. Let's see if it catches that one. And then let's see if it gives me improvement points on how to improve. So AI is thinking. I'm so excited. There's no other app that can do this thing. Last week there were 3 sessions. Nice. It gives a complete summary. And then previous week in comparison, quick takeaways. Average volume is up 37%. Total volume is up 106%. Whoa, that's okay. Okay, nice. Biggest driver was 22nd September leg calf session. This was a calf raise session where I logged 127 kilos, and I did a lot of reps here. So that's basically what is upping the numbers here, plus the leg press. I love this chat. This is really good. I'm using this like every day on a daily basis. I'm just asking questions. Here I'm asking it how many macros in a burger, and then it gives a quick guide on the macros in burger. It kind of splits it in burger types, and then it gives you calories and also the macros. So this is perfect. I get the information here in a very, very detailed manner, in a very, very visually appealing structure and format. And then if I ask it to summarize all my workouts from last 3 months, then it will do it. And then there's the voice mode. Let's check out the voice mode. And then this is really great. You get advanced analytics. This is my monthly stats. So I've done 50 exercise, 242 sets. I see the analytics. Now I'm doing full body, high frequency. So I'm doing basically all of the muscle groups every day. And you can see that this is the muscle group split. No muscles are missing. You have the shoulders, biceps, triceps. You even have the legs, you know, glutes and quads and calves. So I have a full body workout currently. You can see that there was September 22 I lifted the most, and then September 11th, and then some days I haven't lifted that much. Then you can have a weekly basis here. This week I did 6% more exercises than last week. I lifted 22% more, and the total sets, actually I did exactly the same. So I have exactly same program. So no changes there. And then you can see here that the exercises I did. And then there's also the workout history. So you can see the whole workout history, what I did on September 4th, September 15th, you know. So this is the workout history here. So I really love this. I've been using this for a month now, and I really love looking at the analytics here, and tracking is super easy. So that's like you just snap the picture and then you just log with your voice, or then you write down and copy, and it's like super effortless to do this. So I'm really excited about this. And of course you have the settings. You can change your settings. You can change gain muscle, lose weight, improve endurance. You know, you can change like the age range when you're using this app. The advanced analytics here I put behind the paywall, but workout history, chat messages, that's free, and workout logging, that's free. So check it out and hit a like, hit a subscribe if this brought any value to you. Check it out, repryze.com, and happy building.